Recently, we spoke about this guy called Felix Okoh as we were trying to establish his relationship with the Duncan boys. As soon as he caught wind of what we were talking about, the Freemason souls that the Duncan boys collected, he went on and gave this message.
May you never go to Satan to collect anything. I pray for you today. Let no pressure, let nothing in this world make you go to Satan to collect anything.
Here he was condemning receiving gifts from Satan. But some weird things that I noticed as I was going through some of his stuff. This guy is also wearing this particular ring. And you all know what this ring symbolizes. The whole story behind these rings with a red knob on top. I thought this dude was different, honestly. I honestly thought he was different. But the information that I'm getting now about this dude is disappointing. My people, I tell you now, they are all the same. They are cut from the same cloth. This dude has been wearing this ring almost all his life. He recently stopped wearing it, I think a few months ago. And any man you see wearing this ring, I told you already, run as fast as you can. He just has not yet collected the sword from Duncan, but this guy is deep in these networks. I've been receiving messages, and one that caught my attention is this one. Let's go through it. Hi, keep me anonymous. Felix was best friend to Alph Lukau. They both used to be so close, shopping for each other. The wife Felix married now was his side chick before even the wife passed away. Wow. The guy likes shopping on his spare time around Sandton City. He is well known to all shopkeepers in Sandton City and Rosebank for bragging and showing off his cars on his phone and so on. Felix came from a small beginning. He used to run a small public phone in the street of Hillbrow and Berea. I'll be sharing more information with you as time goes on. I follow your video and I love how God is using you to expose all these charlatans. What really caught my attention here was his allegations about the wife that he currently have, that Felix have today. According to him, the brother here, or the lady who sent me this, alleges that Felix's current wife was his side chick before the former wife passed away. Meaning, Felix has been dating his current wife long before his official wife passed away, allegedly. Which brings us back to the question that I asked earlier on my first video. And the question was, how long should a man wait after his wife of 20 years crosses over to the land of no return? How long should a man wait before he can get married again? How long? I'll ask you men who are watching me and who are listening to me. If your wife that you've been with for 20 years, or let's say 15, dies today, how long will you wait before you get married? Let's be objective. How long will you wait? Okay, what is the reasonable time to heal and grieve? I know we grieve differently. I know we come from different cultures, and our cultures entail different waiting periods. But in your own culture, how long would you wait? Pause this video and respond before I finish my analysis. Okay, I know you've already suggested what you've already suggested. But do you know how long Felix waited before he got married again? Less than 9 months. In less than 9 months, Felix was getting married again after his wife of 20 years, 20 good years, 20 years passed away. I'm saying this so that we can try to connect with the allegations being brought forward by this guy that this wife has been a side chick to Mr. Felix for a very, very long time. Because finding true love is not easy. We can all agree. Finding someone that you can say, okay, this is going to be my wife that I'll settle with, it's not that easy. But it only took Felix 9 months, even less than 9 months, for him to find someone who can replace his previous wife. I know this is a sensitive subject, but I just want you to think through it and try to connect this and what is being alleged there, that this wife of his they've been in a relationship long before the wife passed away. I asked someone and then they said they'll wait for even maybe 3, 4, 5 years. Because man, I can't understand how fast someone can grieve and heal in 9 months. In 9 months. And a year later, you have a child together already. Your wife of 20 years. 20 years is not a joke. Okay, let's put that one aside. Let's talk about his relationship with Alph Lukau. When it comes to his relationship with Alph Lukau, there are 2 stories that I have. The first one, it's suggesting that Felix Okoh was Alph Lukau's spiritual son. He was his assistant pastor. He was an assistant pastor to Alph Lukau. The second one is this one being said by this brother, which is alleging that Felix and Lukau were best friends. They even used to buy clothes for each other. And you know Alph Lukau, the one who did the resurrection miracle. But the one that I'm inclined to believe more, as I gather more information and more evidence, is him being the assistant pastor to Alph Lukau. Because I remember Alph Lukau telling me about a certain spiritual son. I forgot the name, but now I'm connecting the dots. He once told me about a certain spiritual son of his who left the church and took away more than half of his members. He spoke about a certain Congolese. It was not a Congolese, a Nigerian. It was a Nigerian. No, he said a Nigerian because it's Alph Lukau who's Congolese. He spoke about a certain Nigerian son of his who left his church and went and started his own church and took almost half of his members. So as I'm recollecting all this information and all this data, I'm realizing that that son was Felix. It could have been Felix. He could have been Alph Lukau's spiritual son who left and started his own thing when he realized that there's money in this thing. I always tell you that church is big business. Look at Oropo. He left Arome to start his own thing. All spiritual sons who get groomed by their spiritual fathers, they will eventually leave and start their own thing. So I'm still getting to the bottom of this as we dig deeper. That's why I always say when I talk about your spiritual father, don't be too quick to jump and come and say, no, our spiritual father will never do that. Our spiritual father this. You will actually be prompting me to dig. I never wanted to dig on this guy because I actually had no interest. But if you challenge me, my people, you're not doing yourselves good. If you come here and start defending things that you do not know, you're not doing your spiritual fathers any good. Because if I dig, I will dig and I will come out with something and I will find something and we will get to the bottom of where Felix is coming from. There are so many things that I already have about Felix. Some of them that still need verification. There's some information that you just can't present, that you just cannot bring forth before you verify it. But I'll hint you on something. If you are South African, because this formula, this Yahoo 419 that most Congolese and Nigerian pastors use in South Africa is the same. They have one blueprint. I'll tell you about it. I'll let you in about it, but I will not go too deep. I'll just give you a hint. If you are in South Africa and you have been to any church that is being led by a Congolese pastor or that is being led by a Nigerian pastor or a Ghanaian pastor, I want you to think through this. Have you ever been approached by a so-called business colleague who would propose a business idea, who would say, let's do business together? Have you ever invested in any business that was proposed to you, not from the pastor directly? Get me right here. Not from the pastor directly, not from the prophet directly, not from the apostle directly, but someone in the church who just comes to you and then they start talking business. Let's do business together. I have these businesses there and there. I'm in mining. I'm in this. Let's work together. Let's put our money together and get into this business. There's a lot of money. They give you all these big promises. Have you ever? I know the majority of you don't even qualify to be approached by these people. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because it's actually a syndicate. Most of these Congolese, Nigerian, and Ghanaian pastors, they have a network of Yahoo boys whom they deploy. Remember, your first time in church, or the moment the pastor can spot you that you have money, and he does not know how to take money from you. He does not know how to exploit you. He might exploit you and make you give tithe, give seed and stuff like that, but he still feels like it's not enough. He wants to take everything that you have. He will deploy these boys. They will come and approach you. Listen, hey, let's do it. They'll come even with fancy cars. They will hire cars just to make you believe. It's a gimmick. Everything is a gimmick. The pastor will take his own tithe share, seeding share, and offering shares. And when he realizes that you still have more, you send his boys. These boys will not come and associate themselves with the pastor. No. They'll come as independent business people that are also partners in the church. And they will lure you into business investments or into business deals. And nothing will ever materialize from any of those deals. Those boys will rip you off. They'll take everything from you. You'll be left with nothing. And when they succeed in duping you, they'll give the pastor a percentage, a share of whatever that they've taken from you. This is a syndicate that I wouldn't want to go deep because there are too many other people that I know myself that do these things, that work with these pastors and stuff like that. So I don't want to sound as if I'm snitching on them, but I'm just going to give you a highlight as to how these organizations, 419 organizations, are being administered by your pastors. Of course, they'll get a share from whatever million. And I'm not talking about 100,000 rands here. I'm talking about 10 million rands that they'll take from you. 20 million, 5 million. They don't approach people that have 20,000 rands in their accounts. They don't approach people that have 40,000, 100,000 rands, 200,000, 400,000. That one, they can call for it on the pulpit for you to come and seed and you go and drop it on the altar. But those ones that have big, big money, they will not go to them direct. They'll deploy these Yahoo boys that will go there as businessmen. When I say Yahoo boys, I'm not saying they will go there looking poor. No. Some of them drive Rolls Royces, these Yahoo boys. Some of them drive Lamborghinis. Some of them come wearing Gucci's, Louis Vuittons, expensive stuff that even if they approach you, you will see money on them. And you will not be able to resist giving them more money or investing or working with them because they will brainwash you in a way that you will think they have more money than you so that they can take everything that you already have. And when they succeed in ripping you off, they'll give the pastor a percentage. So these churches are criminal organizations. They gather people. When they gather people, they will slaughter you. The pastor will slaughter you. He will take everything that he can from you. When he realizes that he has reached this limit, he will deploy the boys who will come and finish you. And I'm addressing this to those that have had an experience or a business proposal that did not end well, that was not proposed by the pastor, that someone just came and the person maybe eventually disappeared after the business did not materialize. Or in some situation, the pastor will be involved and the pastor will even endorse the business partner. Say, no, he's a good guy. No, he's been partnering with us. And at the end of the day, it will end in tears. So tell me if you can relate to what I've just spoken about. If you're a victim to some of these scandals and schemes, let me know. And I'll tell you exactly what happened. But you go pay small. I'm not going to give you this information for free. No, I'm joking. Yes, my people. So I just thought I should hint you on that. Otherwise, let me know what you think in the comments. Then we'll take it from there. Mr. Felix, here I come. Be ready, bro. Just fasten your seatbelt. I hope you're clean, but I know you're not. I'm out.